Hello everyone, we're from Group 7. My name is Loviana Ferusasha and I'm from Indonesia.
Hello, my name is Miku Yamada. I'm from Japan.
Hello, my name is Keita Matsumura. I'm from Japan.
And in this opportunity, we want to present to you our innovation about find cheap healthy meal and safe food with this 2-in-1 app. Let's get started.
Smart eating, more savings. Our group purpose is to create an app that can help people save money without going hungry and help food conservation. A background and the main problem. With the increase in food prices, more people have chosen to cut back on their nutritional needs in exchange for cheaper foods. Cutting back on food leads to a decline in well-being and result in the increase of health problems in the future. Researchers from the Institute of Science Tokyo found that 43.8% out of 10,000 people across Japan had skipped meals, lost weight, or gone are full of without eating because of financial reasons. As the population grows, the demand for food increases. With those, food loss and waste is a big problem. The case of food insecurity is linked to this issue, since no small amount of edible of food is discarded and turned to waste. Around 31 of all food produced by worldwide is wasted or lost. And this amounts to over 1 billion tons of food wasted each year.
And now, if you look at these two graphs, this is the comparison between food waste in Japan versus Southeast Asian countries. You can see that the food waste in Japan is decreasing by the year, while the ones in Southeast Asian countries can double or even quadruple the amount in Japan. Here, we want to highlight that we need to collaborate with all of the countries in this food waste effort. We can't have only one country succeeding while the other countries fail to uphold this program, because in a global scale, we need the whole world to decrease the food waste to make a global impact. Our plan is make an easily accessible app that could help people find cheap food alternatives and help communication between food businesses and food banks.
Using this app, we predict 4 things will happen in the future. First, for the public, find cheap foods in your area by collaborating with food businesses that are willing to sell their unsold products for a lower price, which then accrues 10 points. Second, find a food bank. Giving location of food banks for people who doesn't have enough budget to eat. Third, for food rescue origination. Present the available shops that are open to donate their food and a platform to coordinate picks ups for food business. Facilitate quicker identification of available foods by having a price for business to post out and stock support.
Point system. By using the app, users can accumulate points, which can then be used to purchase ecobags and other environmentally friendly products.
Now, I want to point out these two parties, the four food rescue organizations and the food businesses. We want to help them cooperate. Why do we want to help them cooperate? Well, this is in line with our second and third feature. Where is your local broken badge and find a food bag. We want to improve the communication and transportation of these two businesses. We want to create an ideal platform for both food businesses and food bank or food rescue organizations. For food businesses, we want to help them we want to help them find a way to get rid of excess food stocks, while the food bank or food rescue organizations have an easy access to food for their actions. Now, I want to point out the different points our application have with the other food rescue organizations. Now, our group or the Group 7 applications have a food selection, have a point system, have cooperation with food banks, and is open to the public and businesses. While in Network F, they only have the food selections and the cooperation with food banks. While with the organization C, they only have cooperation with food banks and open to the public and businesses. So, I want to point out that our group application is more complete and have more features that are open to the public and businesses.
Earlier, we mentioned a 3-in-1 app. This is a reference to the Sustainable Development Goals. We hope to achieve that is number 2, zero hunger, number 3, good health and well-being, number 12, responsible consumption and production. Prevent hunger by giving cheaper alternatives to food. Gives nutritional meal recipe that can keep you healthy. Reduce food waste from the retail sector. We have 3 goals. Present an easier way to find cheap food to eat by grouping it all in one place. Decrease burden over budget and encourage people to fulfill their nutrition. Promote collaboration between multiple food organizations and various parties. And our end goal is so people could find nutritional food to eat even with limited money, while reduce food waste along the way. Furthermore, we want to put importance in collaboration. All parties need to be able to cooperate with each other, and we need to form global understanding so that we can reduce the amount of food waste in a global level.
That is all from our presentation. Thank you for listening and goodbye.